YouTube's very resilient. They're like, well, fine, whatever you got, we can handle it. Man,
YouTube will do anything. They're very adventurous.
yes, yes, of course. Oh, YouTube, you cad. All right, and here we are. We are a go-go. And then Facebook is a fickle one. It does many things. Oh, geez. Loading? Really? All right. We're fine. Wait, that's YouTube. We're fine on YouTube. We're fine on Twitch. Okay. It's just, you know. All right. Anyways.
Hey, here we go. Let's do it.
How you doing? Yeah. All right. Before we start the episode, I have to ask, have you heard the news about Boba Fett's ship?
Yes.
The Lego Boba Fett ship. Darth
Yes,
Chaco
I
has an
have.
excellent video about it.
Oh, he does? I'll have to watch it.
Yeah. But the fact that it's not even the voice and it's not Tamura. What's Tamura's last name?
Morrison?
Morrison? Is it? Okay. Boba Fett and all the clones from the prequels. It's the special edition stand-in actor that wears the Boba Fett armor specifically in A New Hope in the scene where they added Boba Fett. So now Boba Fett's trilogy, guys. Boba Fett's trilogy. Like, you got to say it like it's magical. I had that moment with my friend in high school. It was like, did you see the special edition? Yeah. Did you see Boba Fett? Yeah, he was in A New Hope. He's trilogy.
He's in all three.
Yes. And he was introduced in the Christmas special. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, because he wasn't even. So that's a deleted scene, right? But he wasn't even in the original deleted scene. They added him in.
Yeah. No speaking lines. He's not the voice actor, I'm pretty sure. He's just a stand-in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And look, I get it. If I was any part of Star Wars, and if I had an action figure made of me, I would definitely feel entitled to certain dialogue. However, Slave One, Lego put out Boba Fett's ship, and it is known as the Slave One in continuity.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, Boba Fett's ship is just like all the other spaceships. And Darth Chaco's like TikTok talks about, or it might be a short on YouTube and not TikTok, but whatever.
It's TikTok form.
Yeah,
video.
yeah. And I'm sure they'll be on both. But the point is, every Lego doesn't call Luke's X-Wing in the Battle of Yavin Red 5. It doesn't call, Wedge's X-Wing. I think he was also a red leader, like something. It's always character's name and their ship.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. It's not called the, what is Darth Vader's TIE Fighter called? It's like advanced.
I've always known as Darth Vader's TIE Fighter.
No, it's called the Advanced TIE, is what it's called.
Okay.
And they do kind of say that, but not really. So in this case, it's still consistent. And even if they didn't want to call it Slave One, it's not that big a deal. If the fans know it, if the adults know it, and we don't imprint the word slave. Also, someone saying that Slave Leia is now just called Bikini Gold Leia or something, trying to rename
Hut
it.
Slayer, I think is what.
Oh, Hut Slayer Leia?
That's what I think that's what Carrie Fisher came up with.
That's actually that's really bad.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I like that.
Hut Slayer, yeah. Because you shouldn't be able to do that. They're pretty durable, and they got a thick torso, which is the neck. So, I don't know. I'll just
rubber.
Yeah. Maybe Jabba had asthma, and she just she took that. He had. I'm not a doctor, but I know that tongue reading is the thing, and his tongue was coated. I would not say that's, even by Hut standards, he might not be that healthy. And he was panicked too. He does have backup organs, like all Huts do, but My point being though is okay, like you as a
Yeah.
fan can call anything what you want. It's when you try to take the what is it, the corporate route. Like you don't work, with Disney. You don't have a kid show to uphold, so that's not, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. Like, does it really matter if it
Well,
says Boba Fett's starship on the box? I mean, also I'm thinking like, you know, Slave One. You don't necessarily, if you don't know anything about Star Wars and you see Slave One, you don't necessarily think
sure,
anything. But if you know Boba Fett, especially because there's gonna be a new show, Book of Boba Fett, that's gonna
yeah,
be super popular. It's gonna be all talked about.
yeah,
And if you're buying it for somebody like a kid or whatever, and you see Boba Fett starship, you'll know what it is. So I mean, whatever.
yeah,
It's not a big deal. They're
yeah.
not changing the name of the ship in canon. It's like it's always the same thing, and we know what it is. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know what it is, and like,
Yeah. And
cool.
and Star Wars, yeah, this isn't like a censorship out of what's the word? Well, it's not necessary censorship out of sensitivity, but even if it
Mm-hmm.
was, I don't think that's as big a deal as how poorly DC handled Batman not going down on Catwoman. Because the Harley Quinn show is an adult cartoon, hands down.
Right.
There's already like lots of gore and violence, lots of swearing,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and adult themes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I, I mean, the reason that Batman can't go down on Catwoman is so ridiculous for that type of show. Um, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's their property. They do what they want to do with it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I had a point. And I forgot what it was.
Nah, I mean, the thing is, I think what it is there are people
Oh,
frothing at the mouth. Yeah, go for it.
so like recently, Amazon changed their logo, right? And then like, it was like it kind of looked like Hitler, I guess, right?
Okay, I gotta pull this up.
And so like, yeah, so it's not that anymore. They changed it since then. But so it was used to be the shopping cart on the app, right? And then it became now it's like the smile with like a
Oh,
thing.
that's fucking great. It's just a blue
So
tag. They took the A away, the Amazon.
yeah, so like
That's funny.
let me see here.
Holy crap. How do I share
So
screen?
this is not you can see all my apps. This was the second one. So is that the one you see? Because there's
It's
one that had like
no,
it
that's
was
a
like
that's a sticker. This is a jagged piece
jagged.
of tape.
Yeah, so they're
That's the
like it
huge
looks like Hitler.
difference. Yeah.
And so then like when they said they changed it,
That's really
people are
smart.
like, "Oh, we're so sensitive, we're so weak. Like, who cares? Like, whatever." I'm like, maybe Amazon just doesn't want you to look at their logo and think Hitler,
Yeah, because someone brought
because
it
it's like
up. Yeah.
bad for their image.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Like,
they want you to not think about Hitler when you look at their thing. So
yeah. Like if there's a Silicon Valley,
mhm.
the main antagonist of it, Gavin Belson, he's kind of like a Google kind of
Yeah,
corporate
I've
thing.
seen a couple episodes.
He makes this box which is
Right.
kind of worthless, real expensive, but he hypes it up. And he gets a design team to like make his signature because he wants to put his name on it because of his ego. And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna sign it myself. And he makes it Gavin with a big G that looks like a pair of balls, and then Belson, and makes this elongated penis. And it's just like, no, I want you to go with that. And then everyone hates him at that job.
Hmm.
Everybody's on edge. They don't want to get fired, so they just do it. And then it's, he's not in on the joke. He's like, I think it's a powerful, a strong, and a firm. It's like, yeah, but it's also insensitive and I don't know, juvenile. Like your product is now represented with a schlong, with
Hmm.
that's made from your name. That is that's not good branding, personally,
Yeah.
for most things.
So I mean, I don't know. Like, is it the reason because it's sensitive? Maybe they just don't want people thinking slave. I don't know.
No,
Like,
it's yeah. Well, who cares though? Because it's like
it doesn't matter.
I think it's not. I think the narrative is I hate when people are over worried or making their kids soft or making everything too cushiony. When the reality is, you're the one reacting. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like those are the people that are screaming and crying the loudest.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
they
Exactly.
truly wanted these kids to, I mean, the thing is, they don't even really care about these strangers. You know, maybe they care about the idea of masculinity and they don't want that to go away. But I mean, at the end of the day, why don't you just let it happen and see what happens? You know, you're also too. A lot of these people don't know how unpopular they are. They're like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty strong. Wear a lot of tap out shirts. I'm a fucking man. I drive a goddamn truck. Yeah, sometimes I take the Escalade, you know? And you know what I'm getting? Coffee. I don't give a fuck. I fill my tank $300. You know who I blame it on? Biden. Why? Cuz it's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. Like I think I would enjoy a lifted truck myself. Um but because of the douche culture surrounding it,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not going to buy it. You know? I mean, I like the idea of it, but yeah, it's just nah. I might as well get like a tribal tattoo that I don't understand or believe in. You know. So
Yeah. 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 I don't know. Like it's weird. Yeah. Like you said, it's like complaining about something that I don't want my kids to be soft. I don't want my kids to grow up in like this, weak culture or whatever. And it's like, yeah, you're complaining, man. You're the one crying. You're doing all this stuff. Like,
yeah.
just
Also,
deal with it.
if you
Rub
really
some dirt on it.
yeah, if you really want to, why don't you take advantage of all these soft kids and then build up your kid to be some douchey bro so he can like continue the tradition of complaining.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
I'm not like that's not my ideal thing to happen,
I think that is what's happening.
but well that's going to happen regardless. But it's just like I'm mildly uncomfortable at the thought because fear is like elevated and
Mm.
it's always these poorly thought out scenarios where we're a bunch of limp wristed, you know, anti-gun, no masculinity weaklings, and it's like not really. I mean, I don't know. You just have to you have to create, I hate saying creating safe spaces, but you do. You have to create like productive spaces where
Mm.
encouragement is there. Because this whole alpha wolf, omega wolf thing, where you pick on the weakest person in the group, that's shitty, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know? Or you pick on a kid because of one physical thing, but in reality, they have other things to offer, you know, other talents. And it's just such a cheap way to elevate your own, you know, ego. So, you know what's weird though is I don't know if the Sith are actual bullies. Like, do you think of them as? I don't. I think they're ambitious. I think they're aggressive and abrasive. Um, they definitely aren't right because of their
Right.
methods, but I don't think the Jedi are 100% in the right either because they were easily manipulated and they don't do anything about slavery. And I think I don't
Yeah,
know
they
if
kind of have like a hands-off approach, right? In
yeah
a lot of cases, I mean, a lot of Clone Wars episodes about that.
yeah Yoda talks to somebody. I want to say like Luke about it's not be indifferent to your loved ones. It's can you keep going after your loved ones are dead? Because being
Mm.
a Jedi is dangerous, and that's just you know the nature of life. Which is a way better understanding than how Kia D Mundi brings it up. He's like, "Yeah, my family's dead. I don't care." See, because that's like a sociopathic view.
Mm.
The big thing about Yoda is he's like, no, I acknowledge having love. The whole thing about attachments is it's like being a superhero, you know, being a Jedi. So I get that part, but yeah, not freeing Shmi or Smee. It's fucking
Oh,
bullshit.
Skywalker. Yeah,
Yeah,
Anakin's mom.
yeah, Anakin. So,
Yeah, I don't know. They're too uptight.
oh,
Sith.
the Jedi.
Or the Sith too.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Sith? Are they
Yeah.
uptight? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they're uptight. Are they?
Well, they just
They're pretty
yeah,
loose.
selfish people.
It's a Ponzi scheme, but it's always just a 3-person pyramid. I know it's always like 2, but no, like every time I think about Sith, if there's a third person that comes in, then one of those other 2 are on their way out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or the third one who came in, not going to be successful.
oh yes, yes, that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
So like Darth Sidious and Asajj Ventress, that's 2, but Palpatine's pulling the strings, so he's at the top. Um, Palpatine and Darth Maul, and then Darth Maul gets kicked out, but then Sidious is also there. So I guess it was Maul and Sidious, and then Sidious and Grievous for a little bit,
Dooku.
and or Dooku. Sorry, yeah. They go by many names: Palpatine, Sidious, Tyrannus, Dooku, Maul and his brother. I forgot his brother's name.
Gosh, what was his name?
Yeah,
It was like a play on words, kind of.
yeah, I don't remember. But then he gets iced by Palpatine again. Palpatine is like king of the mountain, you know? And
Savage Opress.
oh. massage my massage and oppress. Savage oppress. Nice.
Savage Oppressor.
Yeah, savage oppressor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slavery in general though in Star Wars is kind of like it's not like a proud thing. They enslave Wookiees, they enslave droids, they enslave Twi'lek dancers, which I would almost say like indentured servant, or I don't know. It could have just started off as a gig. Who knows? Because Tatooine
On a leash, a
sucks.
gig on a leash.
Yes,
Pretty.
good old gig. It's all for the S&M fetish people.
It's a pretty strict boss, man.
Hey, that's the uniform. Look, this is on the books. I normally don't do this for Jabba, but you actually have a 401k. So
Yeah, there you go.
K is for Pit of Carcoon, and no.
So during your probation period, we're gonna have this leash on you. Please make sure
Yeah.
you get your standard issue leash.
Yeah, it's mostly for show. That'd be funny. It's like Jabba's like, yes, it's very sexy, but no, really, I need you to wear the outfit. This is like
After
a Hooters.
6 months.
Yeah.
After 6 months, we'll see if the leash is still necessary.
Oh man. I mean, what is the difference between a leash and a free phone that can fire you because it tracks
Yes.
you when you're
Knows where you're going.
clocked out? Yeah.
Pinpoint.
GPS.
Yeah, especially if you have a job where you're like on the move.
Yeah. Paul, you're on a plane because your phone was on airplane mode. What do you mean they're tracking us through hyperspace? That shouldn't be possible. Your phone. It's your freaking phone.
What it was. That's how I figured it out.
Yeah. The droid liberation in Solo. I thought
Yeah?
it was weird. It was supposed to be both played for laughs, but also took a jab at woke culture. And I don't know,
Yeah.
it was very clunky. You might say
I mean,
McClunky.
I read rumors that it was like that was kind of the two versions of the movie colliding.
Yeah.
So like, because there was the two brothers, the Lego Movie guys, whatever their names are, I forget their names.
Right.
They directed part of it, right, and then they got fired, and they brought in Ron Howard. So, like, L2, is that her name?
Yeah, L2.
She
L4?
I guess L2, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Anyway, regardless, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like her character was like, kind of like, always supposed to be sarcastic, but I think like the droid freedom thing was kind of added in.
Yeah.
And so like when she's like all about droid rights early on, and she's like, you know, saying things like, what do I want? Equal rights, like stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah,
made little
yeah,
comments.
yeah.
But then when they cut to the thing, she was like, here, free yourself, be free, whatever. like sarcastically, and I think that was like the previous where that wasn't really her thing, and then they added in later.
L337.
L3.
We between 2 and 4 we got there. Um,
Let's take the average.
I actually liked her as she was, unironically, just because
Hmm?
like it was kind of like funny and matter of factly. And there's a lot
Hmm?
of feminist stand-ups that I really appreciate, where they kind of just go up there and they just say like, "This thing is horrible. That is,
Yeah.
part of our problem." How I got from like she's a little snappy, but first off, Lando loves her, like unequivocally. They have a thing going on,
Definitely.
and I don't know. It's a different droid human kind of relationship that I hadn't seen yet in Star Wars.
Not in Star Wars. Halo, you see it.
Well, come on, jeez, Louise, put some clothes on. Good God, like
Yeah.
at least. I mean, I don't mean to shame the human body, and don't get me wrong. I do enjoy the curves, but at one point, was it the third one or the fourth one, where she was just like straight up, just
Definitely
it was like body
the
paint.
fourth one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about Cortana, right?
Oh yeah. No, I'm talking about the little what is that thing called? Where it hovers around and it shows you the flood.
Oh.
Yeah, that sexy little asterisk, that flying
yeah.
butthole. No, of course I'm talking about Cortana. Time to finish. That's the first time I've heard you say that. Like make her like Moneypenny. Just have only innuendos.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, it's like it was the movie Her before the movie Her.
Oh man, dude, like so of my five senses, don't get me wrong, I still love my sight, but I think we talked about ASMR. Scarlett Johansson in the movie Her, just her voice sounded so up in your ear. It's like it was great. It did feel kind of like I could see how people didn't need to see something to feel like they were in a relationship. Just how
Yeah.
quick that AI was, with the responses. And she
like,
does have like a raspy voice. It's sexy.
Yes, her voice is very attractive.
Yeah.
Like very attractive. Yeah, it's like when you're like a kid and you have you're like a teenager and you meet somebody online and you like talk to them and you never meet them, whatever type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some I've definitely experienced.
Yeah.
You start to
Make
crush on
connections.
people you have like never even seen before. I get it.
Yeah. I don't know if I could love letter someone. I know that's something people used to do, like pen pals and stuff.
I had a pen pal when I was yeah, like 20.
Hey man, whatever works, man. Look, sometimes
It's very plutonic.
yeah, like with Twitch and streamers, I'll be watching my whatever stream, like political streamer. They'll bring someone on. I'll hear their voice. I'll love their personality. Then I'll go on to their stream and watch, their Twitch channel, and I'll just be like, "Whoa, the big reveal was not what I was expecting." I like her more, maybe, but keep in mind, so do all the other simps in this channel.
Yes.
And like also too, just like I take into consideration my age and stuff like that too. But I will say, like, at least I can admit, I like their personality. I like them, and that's kind of fun when it turns out well. There's other times where it's just like, oh, okay, you weren't what I was expecting.
If you want to be disappointed, look up your favorite radio host.
Yes.
Look up their picture and you're like, oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
nothing like that. The only time I ever got it right was like Adam Carolla. Like,
oh yeah,
it's like exactly what I pictured.
A unibrow, big gums, giant teeth the size of urinals.
Yeah.
I'm doing Norm Macdonald. I'm not doing Adam Carolla. But yeah.
Adam Carolla.
Hey guys, I know that spilt milk people shouldn't cry over, but here's like 4 ounces of milk. Just gonna throw it there on the ground, and that's why it looks like a big load when you go on a girl. So just letting you guys know, it's not that big a deal. It's just that's how fluid looks. Both the Loveline hosts really did not age well with time.
No,
especially with COVID. Like
Yeah.
that's very frustrating. I was like, but you were a doctor, Dr. Drew. And then I
The
was like,
most frustrating is
ugh.
Dr. Drew. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at least,
I
yeah.
I still kind of enjoy Adam Carolla. He makes me laugh, but
Eh,
I I used to listen to him like every day
yeah,
when
yeah.
I'd drive home from work,
Uh-huh.
and I'd be like, not I would like not agree with like almost everything he says, but
Yeah.
just I don't know, like his attitude is just so. I just found it really funny.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I remember
coronavirus
those.
is kind of
Well, I remember those days with Adam Carolla where it was the Man Show, and I liked him and Jimmy Kimmel equally. And then PragerU, and then all the red pill stuff, and I was kind of like,
yeah,
all right, well, and he just started saying like, just not well thought out, like takes on things,
right.
and he would be one of those guys that's like, hey, you don't want to call it Slave One, what? You pretty soon you want all the boys to wear dresses, and like, it kind of goes down that whole masculinity thing where
Yeah,
you're no longer a what's it called, palpable, like, man. You're kind of like an intolerant person, and that sucks, man.
I was gonna say, I share a birth.
If it wasn't just you shared a birthday, but you went to the Long Beach Grand Prix, you and him actually shared a celebration of both your lives together.
We should, yeah.
And then
That'd be great.
that's what actually happened. I read his book. Pretty soon all of us
In
will
50
be
years,
chicks.
we'll all be chicks.
Yeah, and like in that, like, this is back in the day, and he had some good, like, smart guy, or not, average Joe advice that I needed. So it's like, hey, some things you can cheapen out on, but why don't you go and buy yourself like a mattress that'll last you? Don't cheap out on that. You need your sleep. It's like, wow, that makes sense. I should I should invest
Yeah.
in that and save up on that. I'm like, yeah, that's good advice. So, oh well, those days are done. I'm an adult now.
I mean, honestly, like 2016 and that decision a lot of people made has like forever changed me.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
and my like perception of people has changed a lot since November of 2016.
That was rough, man. Cause like I laid in bed for like 2 days in November. Like, and then I climbed out to go get some coffee, and then of course we have a cigar shop right next to the coffee shop, and there's only one type of person who likes to smoke a big Cubano after that November event. And then they're just, making poorly thought out statements. And then I went home. Yeah.
Well,
But that was fun. Hey, everyone.
anyway,
Yeah. Good times when the country wasn't split in twine. Nah, it's all good, man. Because
but hey, we can talk about something that is unifying.
The Bad Batch.
Sort of. Star Wars.
That is incorrect, sir.
Hey, it's just getting back. It's closer to unifying than we are politically, right?
Yeah. I'm just glad that we have. Honestly, this last episode was badass. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too.
That droid is worthless. Cad Bane's droid is such a fuck up. Sorry, pardon my language, but he is.
Voiced by Seth Green. Did you catch that?
No, I did not.
Yeah,
that's
Seth
awesome. Green. Huh. Oddly enough, it doesn't have Seth Green's personality at all.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I figured it out. I was like, is that Seth Green? To the point where I had to look it up. I was like, yeah, Seth Green.
Yeah. Huh. I mean, hey, it works, I guess.
Well, I think that droid taught all of us a lesson, and that a little bit of kindness goes a long way, and the opposite too, right? If you're like not kind to people, they make decisions to try to not get you involved and let your prisoner go.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Because Cad Bane's not nice to Toto, right? That's his name, Toto 360 or whatever.
Sure. Oh, that's what you
Like,
meant
super
by that.
mean to him, right? And like,
Yeah.
he just didn't want to mess around with him, so he went to Omega and said, "Hurry up!" before he finds out.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
It was an Oscar-winning movie that a lot of people. Um, oh my gosh, why am I not remembering?
Which one?
It was very controversial. It was all about race.
Crash?
Crash, yeah. I keep confusing it with the other movie that's about people crashing cars and having sex. No, just the one scene. It's only one scene that I really like, and I like Don Cheadle and everything. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Don Cheadle fan.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying.
But yeah,
So,
yeah. The scene in question is the door. He keeps slamming the door, and the repair guy's like, "No, that's not the problem. The problem is the frame. You keep slamming the door. I can fix the door all day, but you need to, And he's like, "You're trying to rip me off." And the whole thing about that is, yeah, if you just treat things with kindness, inanimate objects, everything with a bit of finesse and care, like a car, like making food, you're going to have a way better, like more karmic things will happen to you because you basically prepared, But if you're slamming the shit out of your door or you're not, taking care of your pets or whatever, those are animate objects. I'm sorry. Those are beings with souls, but you know what I mean? Yeah, and down. You're going to make basically a living hell, of your own doing. So
yeah.
The thing is, though, Cad Bane is still pretty badass.
He is. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
It's just
can like villains, right?
no. I'm just
you
saying
don't have
that
to cheer for them. But
no.
you
It's
like
just it's like one of those like, man, if you just fix that one thing, bro. But yeah, he's got some gadgets. I don't really know that much about him. I've forgotten both of the series he was in. I just knew he was a gunslinger. I forgot he had hover boots, like Star-Lord. And
I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah, and then he meets. Well, we haven't even got the synopsis of the show.
Nope, we didn't start anything.
Yeah, Omega is kidnapped by Cad Bane from the previous episode. Right. They attempt to land on a cloud-like city that's not Bespin. It looks like a El Camino. Kaminoan kind of structure, just without the water because it's not a water planet. It's a cloud planet from, and in her cell, in Omega cell, she's talking to the Seth Green robot whose leg was shot off in the previous episode. That robot basically, I'm really bad with synopsises, but yeah, is begging Cad Bane, hey, could you fix my leg? He's like, no, I don't have time. We gotta make money. And then and then finally, like in her cell, Omega and the robot talk, and then escape happens. And what we mentioned earlier, she started to fix him properly, and then immediately turned him off. Which
right after she finished fixing him.
Yeah, so
not before.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She actually went forward and was kind to him.
Yeah, she calibrated his thing on top of welding back the leg, which is like over the top, job well done. And then later, yeah.
So we also go back to like the Bad Batch, and they're figuring out who Omega is, right? Like doesn't Tech like figure out that she's more valuable than they thought, or was a bigger deal than they thought she was?
Yeah, they keep pulling away every time they announce, how valuable she is or who she is. Like even Fennec Shan knows what's up with her, but is never revealed to us, the audience.
Well, they reveal that she's first generation clone, right? And that does not have the rapid age that is that Boba Fett was known as Alpha. He was the first one. And she's Omega, so she's presumably the last one.
Why don't they call him Alpha Fett? Like Alphabet.
So we know that like she's very valuable to Kaminoans because she's the first generation clone, whatever. They want her back. And we learn that Cad Bane is working for I forget his name, the Prime Minister of Kamino.
Yeah.
And trying to get her.
And then they land, and we find a body on this cloudy, desolate, abandoned-looking, like Kaminoan I'm assuming it's Kaminoan. It could just be any base.
Right. It was like they said it was one of their abandoned bases that they
Yeah.
used to use.
Oh
So they
yeah,
just
because
abandoned it.
later we see a giant like clone Kaminoan.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought it was Snoke's, just like a bunch of Snoke, because of the way the coloring and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
on closer view, it is a Kaminoan, which leads me to believe that maybe they can transfer their consciousness into other bodies, the Kaminoans, which would make Palpatine's, resurrection kind of possible. You know, uh, if we weren't told that the Force can't be wielded by clones, I mean that doesn't have to be a rule forever, but it is just kind of one of those like weird things, you know. Also, it'd be like a freaking deal breaker for me. Oh, just clone another Jedi army. Clone them all. Win the war. You seem to have endless credits. So,
I'm looking.
what?
I just looked up Snoke. I just want to take a look at him, see if he looks like.
Oh.
I see just like these old theories of who Snoke was. There's like a two-faced version of him and Moff Tarkin together.
One of them was Mace Windu was Snoke.
Yeah, everybody.
I was just like,
at some point.
British accent? Really? They're just gonna straight. I think my biggest problem with Snoke was that he was completely CG, and I found that really why. Like, if you showed Snoke like doing something CG worthy, like turning into an animal or something, which you could do by morphing anyway, like really warrant like a giant robot with a lot of moving parts. Okay, great. General Grievous makes sense, but it's just an old guy sitting in a chair and you CG'd that.
I guess his face is like not proportioned, like, people.
Oh yeah. Do you remember a certain movie about with some kids looking for One-Eyed Willie's treasure, and perhaps a very lovable anti-hero, Sloth? Perhaps. Let's look at Sloth.
Guessing this is a Goonies reference.
This is a Goonies reference, sir.
A movie I've not seen.
Oh, well.
Actually, that's not true. I watched it when I was a kid. I don't remember anything about it. I watched it on Laserdisc.
Makes you say it like Dr. Evil. Laser disc. Pretty much a laser disc.
6 years old. And I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you had better media. You had the Mighty Ducks, so. I'm kidding. I had the Mighty Ducks. That's a joke. So, was there swearing in the original Mighty Ducks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's because I remember my neighbor's grandma commenting. I was like, why do they keep calling each other bastards and bitches? Because it's hockey. Good job.
PG. Come on, man.
Good job, Disney.
It's not rated G. It's your fault. You should take a look. Look at the rating.
Loved it. Love me some.
Did you watch the TV series?
You recommended it, and I did not.
Well, it was. I didn't recommend it as like, yeah, it's really good. You need to watch it. More of like, it's fun.
No, you nominated it as your #1 Golden Globe pick.
Oh,
which no one watches the Golden Globes. And it might win an Emmy if the soundtrack, goes platinum or triple platinum. Right? Yeah.
And they bring back like 4 of the old cast members.
Yeah, and boy, do they've aged. They've aged.
It's kind of funny because like I like the Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah, yeah.
And like they like reunite the cast like every season.
Oh.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. But whatever. Maybe other people don't know that. So. Oh
True.
Gosh. Someone made a butt that looks like Sloth from Goonies. Anyways, I'm not going to show that. I was going to share. But yes, the Bad Batch.
Or Fennec Shan shows back up when after that one woman gets killed.
So The Kamino.
Luba something. I forget her name.
Oh, the Kaminoan's not dead, according to Omega. Omega's like, oh, she's
Oh.
hurt and she needs help. I watched a little bit of it while grinding some old Fortnite, and I was like, wow, they just straight up like Fennec Shan just murked her, and then in reality, it's like, no, she's just like knocked out in some way. So
Well, Fennec Shan said like you can't help her. The kind of help she needs, you can't give her. Something along those lines, right?
I'm assuming Left for Dead, but who knows? Yeah,
You know, Fennec Shan was Left for Dead.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nothing is
Yeah.
really dead in Star Wars, so who
Yeah.
knows? Yeah. And then a battle where I thought Cad Bane was going to take this one, and boy, was I wrong. Fennec
Yeah.
Shand is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, a lot of lead changes too in that battle. I noticed it's like going back, whatever, back and forth. Then like Omega gets away, and then like Seth Green robot's coming up.
Yeah,
like messing with Omega. I was like, gosh, dude, they just
they really
doesn't end.
Yeah,
it's super dramatic.
They use the environment really well. Because they have to power a door on before the little Iris, Omega somehow manages to knock one of those tanks over to get Fennec.
Fennec like broke it.
Yeah.
And then Omega and further.
Yeah, all the clouds. I don't know if you've ever been on a mountain when a cloud floats over it. In Cambodia, I have, and it just turns everything into what that looks like is fog. I think someone made the joke that fog, just a bunch of lazy clouds. But it's kind of interesting because I never thought about Bestman City, how it's just a city with windows, and how you really don't want people on the runway falling off the edge of the Jetsons tower because you can't see, And again, Star Wars has no railings. I don't know why. There has to be some reason.
We know guardrails exist.
Because
it's mentioned in Mandalorian season 2.
Right. The skiff, desert skiff, like vehicles will have rails. The sand barge on Jabba's palace, or Jabba's sand barge. Yeah. I don't know.
They just probably have Adam Carolla in space going, they want to add guardrails to everything. What kind of men are we raising?
I saw a kid with a monkey backpack, but it was really just a leash. You got your kids on leashes? It's like, look, man, it works. That kid's not dead, okay?
Yeah.
It works. There's I forgot. It's like some weird whatever. for babies. About. Yeah, it's like a sling. I think it's like
I've been to Disneyland.
Yeah. It's not a Bjorna, is it? I don't know. I'm just
Baby Bjorn.
Yeah, Baby Bjorn.
What's it called?
I don't know. But you can put it on your back, and I think that's super weird. But if it works, it works. And if people are safe, it's safe. My sister left her infant out in a carriage while she ate lunch with her husband because that's what they do in Holland. No, Denmark. Sorry. Yeah. It's just really super normal because the baby's safe out there. There's not a lot of, I don't know, super weird. And their window's right by the carriage, I guess. I don't know. It was very interesting.
So they went into the restaurant and left the baby outside?
Yeah, in the carriage. Yeah, everyone left their baby outside. So if you were...
It's a norm.
If you're Rumpelstiltskin, you need to get like a newborn child. Like, boom. Copenhagen, where they're so safe, they throw the baby out with the bathwater, but it's fine. It's a safe city. I don't know. That's super weird.
Yeah. Whatever.
But
works for them.
Yeah. Another thing too is both bounty hunters are actually more equipped than I thought. So Fennec Shand, she actually does this headbutt, like a headbutt uppercut with her helmet. I thought that was pretty interesting. But Cad Bane has flamethrowers.
Yeah.
They're really kind of funny looking because they kind of like they weren't like a ball of flame where it's a tuft. It's like a jet stream of flame. It kind of like wields it. But there's a limited range, of course. Oh, Real quick to go all the way back to the beginning, when the Bad Batch is
Oh.
leaving the planet, we see Crosshair
Oh
and
yeah,
he
yeah,
is burnt. Like he's sitting,
yeah.
he's angry. He's sitting there going after the target, and he's yelling at his pilot to like keep going. They're gonna jump into hyperspace. I don't care. And yeah, he's got bandages over one of his eyes. Like he's messed up.
Looks like Dengar a little bit.
Yeah.
First time I
Well,
watched it, I was like, is that Dengar?
well, first off, Dengar is a little. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a little husky. He's not a big boy. He's husky. Okay.
Well, I mean, this is like years before that too, so
Yeah.
he could have put on a few pounds.
It's not. I don't think so.
It's not him. No, I
It's
know.
not him. Yeah.
When I first saw it, I just didn't realize it was Crosshair.
Yeah. 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 But then they managed to.
Unless
Yeah.
Crosshair's Dengar.
You heard it here first. Matthew Morey, always at the head of a big scoop. Good old Star Wars gossip. Just like.
Did you see the bandages? It's Dengar.
One of my favorite TikToks is the ones like, Luke Skywalker's, of course, obviously the light side. He never uses dark side powers, except in Jabba's palace where he force chokes 3 Gamorrean guards. I was like, oh, that's right. I thought he just put everyone to sleep. No, they were strangled.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they were grabbing their throats for sure.
yeah. So like he's got access to to a lot of the menu, the force power menu. So, you know what's really weird? I think my algorithm for TikTok is, for the most part, pretty darn good when it comes to like the Star Wars TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of happy that either I'm having people like correct someone's flawed argument, or just good content, and I hope that you all can do that out there. Fix the algorithm, be positive with your life. Okay, anyways, yeah, the leads, the back and forths.
Yeah, I think the last real Fennec Shan's working for,
Mm-hmm.
and it is for I
Names.
never remember their names.
Yeah, it's tough.
I never remember their names. But
she's a protector. She tells Omega throughout the battle that she's trying to protect
Yeah.
her. Fortunately, Omega
yeah.
doesn't know who to trust because,
right.
The little incident on that planet.
Yeah. And all along, Fennec Shand has been working for. I'm trying to look up her name.
Dingo Panda Bababa, the blue elephant.
Fine. Is it Vibrant? I don't know. Whatever. It's the
Bindwarp Bandersnatch. Fleldo.
the female alien on Camino. The one that's been nice to her. That one.
Nyciosis Vol.
Yeah. Whatever her name is, she's the one who hired Fennec Shan, and she is yeah, like Fennec Shan says they got away, should go chase after him. She says no, it doesn't matter, she'll be safe with them.
Yeah.
And it's like, so whenever Omega's in danger, we're gonna see Fennec Shan show up.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you notice, or maybe it's just me. Ming-Na Wen's got a great voice, and she's had practice being like.
She's really good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's good voice. It's good sounds. Because, like I said, all the clones are the same guy.
Yeah, it's kind of a good thing to have all these different characters because it would be kind of rough. So, and the Batch kind of took a back seat in this one. And Omega practically saved herself, right? She got away. She got the droid to let her out.
She contacted the Bad Batch, but they were unable to get a read on her without powering up the communicator, which she stole from Cad Bane's locker, which was fine. There was that Deus Ex Machina moment where she's falling through the clouds because her pod, she takes an escape pod and goes to orbit, and then it malfunctions and starts to fall. Or no.
Hmm.
It just goes through the clouds. That's all I remember. But then the Bad Batch scoops her up. And the first one
Yeah.
she sees is Wrecker, her big brother.
She's all excited. And the first one she like really hugs is
Yeah.
Hunter. I noticed.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
ran right for him. She gives shit about Tech and Echo.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she reads them pretty well. Echo, like, he's, you know, he's all, his nerves have been burnt off. He's more machine now than man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like he's lost his humanity, but he's definitely not the same person. And then Tech is, Tech is Tech. She tries to make contact, but ultimately he is more robot without being robot.
Very introverted.
Yeah. Which is fine. I think everybody, that's completely fine. And then Hunter was kind of relentless because he's like, his kind of triggered.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to get to her. Well, we can't get to her if we're dead. Now sit tight, let's go. So, yeah. Bad Batch, good. It's a good balance, though I do like Crosshair in battle. I don't think Crosshair would add much to the dynamic, really.
Yeah. He's his personality's very, I don't know, very like
Yeah.
straightforward, on point.
Weapon.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it. It's almost like it was intentional.
Yeah. Yeah, your job speaks volumes about your personality, or vice versa. Wrecker is very bombastic, very loud. He's always exploding in a room, saying dumb stuff first. Sometimes dumb is what you need, though, because Tech will take the most logical choice, but unfortunately, it's predictable as well. So
Yeah.
But he's still vital to the team. Because his resourcefulness can, improvise different things or help solidify a good plan. So, like I said, Echo is just there. I feel bad. He's just wounded, Anyways.
He kind of fills the role of the droid who can like get stuff done. Like R2D2 going in the computer port and like doing all this stuff. Like every character's had, or every like story's had one of those, right?
Sure, but so demeaning.
Of course.
Well, I think it's more demeaning because droids, they all have a little lip, like a little sass.
Mm-hmm.
Rebels, Cutter or not Cutter? What's his name?
Chopper.
Chopper's an asshole droid, and you know that because the characters react to it. And then even when Chopper was, they knew. Oh no, it was the droid. It was a droid that they had. Anyways, yeah.
And yeah. So I don't know. I mean, he's kind of filling that role.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be sold for more.
Yeah. Oof. Disney, you can dance that line. I don't want to. I just wish people would stop saying don't be so sensitive, because, stop policing people's emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Because the thing is, the strategy to win is to not give them anything. Just do like deadpan as they're like yelling and spitting. They have nothing to, be aggressive towards. So, honestly.
Yeah. As tempting as it is to respond, I guess that's probably the best way to go.
Yeah. It's tough. But yeah, if you just wait, baby cries itself to sleep.
Back off. I feel threatened.
As he walks towards you with no mask on. There's a video of a guy at Walmart. He's like, "You think I'm scared of you?" He squares up with the guy, and then the Walmart employee's like, "Sir, please leave." And he does a like taekwondo like snap kick. It's really high, so he's flexible, but it would do no damage. It would be like if I went like that to your face. He's like, yeah, yeah. It's like, that's some, yeah. It's like a snap kick, but yeah, Walmart.
Was it last year?
No, I don't think so. I just saw it. Walmart kick guy. Maybe that's what they.
I searched the exact same thing.
No, Walmart, because it's a white guy kicking at a black guy, and the black guy's arm is like this. He's just like got the block out. He's like, I don't know. I'll send it to you. I saw it on Young Turks. So
Man,
let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any predictions for next episode?
no, I don't know. I mean, they kind of left us in a place where it can go anywhere, right? I mean, unless Cad Bane comes back trying to get them, but I mean, there's no credits for him to get, so I don't know why he would do it. It'd have to be out of some like personal
Yeah. Yeah.
vendetta or something. But
If Fennec did in fact kill that Komonoan, and those credits, they were dropped by, again, Butterfinger's droid. Like, who doesn't secure the case to these things? Gosh, Star Wars sucks. All their luggage from a Goodwill. So
they, yes, I mean, what is this? This is episode 9, and we got what 16 episodes? Is that right?
yes.
So we're a little more than halfway now at this point.
Yeah, we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Take my hand, and together, I swear.
Let's see, yeah, 16 episodes. There's still 7 to go.
2-part last episode.
Probably. That's how these things tend to go.
If they have the cojones, Crosshair dies, but it's one of those like honorable deaths.
Right. I mean, he hasn't really been that big of a part of the show, and they're kind of doing well without him, you know?
Yeah.
At least we're getting used to it without him.
Yeah. What I'd like to see is, was it Cody? Commander Cody come back? Or any of the clones? Maybe they'll be the cavalry. Because we need to end the clones, right? In some way. Or do you think they just get thrown into general stormtrooper population?
I mean, it depends how many seasons are going to be. If this is going to be like multi-seasons, we might not see that
that's
for a
fair.
little while.
Yeah.
But if it's just, one season thing, then yeah, we'll probably see that.
Yeah. Tarkin definitely should make at least one appearance in these last episodes.
You haven't seen him in a long time.
Not since, the beginning.
Yeah. Because he didn't come back in Reunion, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. I bet they... Well, I shouldn't say I bet, because I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if they go that route, where they have Tarkin come back this next episode, kind of go in with the Empire side of things, because, I mean, we did see Crosshair come back last episode, right? Reunion was episode 8.
Yeah.
So... we didn't really see what was going on with the Empire necessarily, right?
I want a progress report. I want to know what's going on,
What are they doing?
Definitely building the fleet,
Yeah, because I was pretty interested in seeing, like, all the conflicts within, like, the Empire, Bad Batch, and kind of not really getting any of that.
Yeah.
So...
I'm not frustrated. Like, I'm actually really happy with these past 2 episodes. Just got a lot on my plate when it comes to...
When Captain Rex came back, it was... Right? Captain Rex?
It was Rex, yeah.
Yeah. He I feel like there's kind of dragging down, so...
Yeah. I mean, I get it, though. Like, seeing the soldiers not, get blamed, understanding goods and services, they've always had a bunk. They're just soldiers, which is kind of sad.
Bunk in a mess hall.
Yeah.
And transportation. Like, was all there for them.
Yeah, you're basically in a sense a child soldier in like the developmental aspect, you know.
Yeah.
So pretty nuts that it's being accurate without unintentionally accurate.
What was that?
Uh
Child soldier thing?
yeah, the child soldier. Well, just I mean that look, I'm not saying that you can't mature. I'm just saying that American soldiers aren't very mature. I'm just saying that a lot of people out of boot camp are 18 and they don't spend their 18 to 20-year-olds 20s here in the States doing college or dating or drinking. They just go from high school to boot camp to a possible war zone or some sort of military aspect.
Yeah, like the military is kind of their
Yeah
college experience, so to speak.
their life experience essentially.
Right.
Yeah, and it can make you good in some ways, but it can also do a lot of stuff in other ways. So I'm not trying to say your fear of missing out, but in a sense they are kind of missing out on some certain things. Or whatever, they come back and they go to college, who knows.
Yeah.
So do
I've
that.
certainly met many veterans in school.
Yeah. We have exhausted the episode. I feel like
Yeah.
we have picked the episode clean to the best of our just recollection. We are not like the new rock stars. We're just like, if you look at cell D25, there is a hint of there's something reflecting in the eye of Cad Bane. Those bright red. He gets knocked out too. I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he does.
Knock the F out.
Yeah. Causes Toto
Yeah.
to like take over for a little bit. I'll get him. Don't you worry, Mr. Bane.
Don't worry, Mr. Bane. Nobody laughed at me when I didn't wear the mask, but now that I do, I'm a laughing joke. Yeah. So good. Did you read any comics this week?
I just, before we went on, read the Darth Vader comic that came out.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, he's looking for Han Solo.
In this 22-page issue of Darth Vader Bounty Hunter War, I am looking for Han Solo. Boba Fett has informed me that he was to be delivered to Jabba the Hutt. And now you have failed me as well.
Wait, what?
Wasn't there like a Lando thing in that one?
There's going to be a Jabba the Hutt comic now?
Is
So
it?
many.
Oh, that's right. Is his name Baku? The Buff Hutt? Oh no, just straight up Jabba. Wow. Jabba's eyes are cat's eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They do kind of look like it.
And a lot of like little kids I knew growing up love Jabba the Hutt more than any other character in Star Wars.
That's a little weird.
I mean, he's gross to us, but maybe to kids he's just like neat. Like they're just like, I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. It's not real.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of kids love Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah.
It's a very kid-friendly movie, opposed to the other two.
Except, so people like to complain about the Ewoks, but there's that scene where the Ewoks are running from the ATST fire, and then two of them get blasted, and one is clearly scorched and moaning, and the other one's like, "Come on, we gotta go." And then she realizes like, oh, this is a fatal wound, and starts like kissing his hands or whatever. Mm-hmm. I would like to believe that the Ewok was performing CPR, but we know that's not true. But that was like some dark shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess I just mean like the overall tone of the movie is like not just the Ewoks, but like Jabba's palace and everything. Reminded me of like the Muppets, Fraggle Rock or something.
Well, yeah. I guess I don't know what it's like from someone from your generation.
My generation? I'm not that much younger.
5 years is actually a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say. Just because, like, I don't know, like puppets and stuff, and the Dark Crystal, Conan the Barbarian, anything with claymation could just be like nightmare fuel, or it could be Sesame Street or Fraggle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
But even Fraggle Rock has an element of giants and like little civilizations, and yeah, that whole dynamic has always been fascinating and frightening at the same time, because we think about that too as people. Like with Godzilla or King Kong, we're like, oh man, if Godzilla were real, we'd be screwed. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing we can do about it. It'd just be another natural disaster, and so many people would die. Or anytime something large happens, like a building falls, 9/11 or Miami or anything like that,
Yeah.
explosions. Yeah. You just feel helpless.
Yeah, you get something like that every now and then. Just reminds you. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot of dark stuff in that one. I
Sorry,
understand,
I get
but-
you though. It's the
but it's-
friendliest out of the three
there's a lot of musical numbers.
in the
In that
special
movie.
in the special edition.
Well, even in the original trilogy too, there's still
The Nub Nub song.
yeah, and then in Jabba's palace,
Sure.
there's
It's just not a showstopper.
it's the special edition, like really.
Yeah,
Well, I say up, but
the production value went up. The quality was not good. It was
it was a
not
more
entertaining.
passionate performance. I'll put it that way.
It just felt dated even then. Like the music. That was just not happening. It's in my brain. It's catchy. I don't like it. Yeah.
That's not what it was in the original.
It sucks. Sorry. But the Yub Yub song, they changed. There's just
they
a bunch of clanking and bullshit with the flying X-wings, and then it goes into space. I don't know. It's good. Good transition. Why are you fixing something that's fine? Stop it. It's not fixed.
I know.
Anyways.
Unfix it, please.
Unfix it. Do it.
We already had that discussion.
I
Either
know.
unfix it or fix it.
Fix it to its maximum potential. It was I who decided to change the Yub Yub song. It was I who made the cantina.
Yeah, all I know is the status quo was not desirable.
Yeah. I don't like when people credit Lucas's vision as something Dave Filoni, I don't know, mastered, because it's taking away, to me, it's taking away from Filoni. I think he's reshaping Lucas's vision to how it originally was, which was a collaboration between the studios and him, and other people telling him you should edit this different, to the original feeling of the original Star Wars, essentially. The spaghetti western, just making people not so annoying, fixing the clunky dialogue, having different stakes per episode. He does it really well. And that's not a George Lucas signature move.
No. Yeah. I mean, I like what he's done.
Favreau too should get credit. And Kathleen
Yeah.
Kennedy. Yeah.
And Kathleen Kennedy, yeah.
She should
For
get some-
hiring them.
Yes, exactly. Hey, whatever.
Dave Filoni was she inherited him, I guess, but
Okay.
because the Clone Wars was already going on when Disney bought whatever, and they named Kathleen Kennedy, whatever. Anyway,
Sure. Yeah.
she kept him around. She hasn't done that for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
so she's making a good decision, I guess.
Yeah.
And gosh, even the thing people criticize her for, I don't think she did a bad job with The Last Jedi, personally. Rise of Skywalker, yeah, okay. There's Solo.
Well, okay. So what's
yeah,
what's
okay.
specifically her responsibilities?
Well, I mean, she's a producer, right? She's like the
Yes.
head. She's like the Kevin Feige of Star Wars, right?
Sure.
Ish. So, I mean, She like puts everybody together. She makes the decisions. She's hiring and firing, right? Type of thing. I
Yeah.
don't think she really makes creative decisions, does she?
That's my point. It's like these reshoots and stuff. It's like, did the wrong person watch the originals, or were the originals really that bad? Rogue One, Solo, the course correction because of a poorly torch passing from
J.J. Abrams, Ryan
yes,
Johnson.
thank you, Abrams. I was never going to get
Well,
there. Yeah, J.J. Abrams to Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, that's. I don't think it was bad.
Oh no.
I liked what Ryan Johnson did. And I think they did a great job, but
Well, no, just to be on the same page, so that they could make Rise of Skywalker less course correcting, less rushed.
well, I mean, they didn't have to do that, right? They
That's
didn't
what I'm
have to
saying.
make
Yeah,
it course correcting.
no, but they didn't embrace the original because they just listened to the fans with too many things. So like the reason Sonic the Hedgehog and the fan reaction helped it is because it was an aesthetic thing. Sonic looked creepy as balls, and fans were unsettled by it, and they went with the cartoony look, and it worked. And that's only one thing. When half the fans love Ryan Johnson stuff, I will be generous. Well, Ryan Johnson haters will deny that. They'll just be like, look, if you're a critic, then you loved it because you're a bleeding heart liberal. But if you're a normal or true fan, you'll know that this is Mary Sue propaganda.
I don't know. Made over $1 billion. A lot of people saw it twice or more.
Sure. Yeah. But it's art. It's art. It's subjective. Was that what the Boba Fett stand-in guy on Twitter said? It's like, if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it.
Said.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, if he said that, good.
Maybe he didn't say that. Maybe someone else said that. Like, don't like it, don't buy it. Yeah. I mean, look, I get when you feel very passionate about something, you're very disappointed, you want to make it vocal. I get that. But you have to have like good, strong arguments for plot. Not necessarily like, you can do it like, what's the word? You have to know when to say, this is my taste, this is how I feel, versus there's one definable, right way to do things. And that's not true.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good movies out there.
Yeah.
Many of them do not do the same thing the others did.
Yep. And some are like super frenetic. Like, because Rise of Skywalker, that was my big problem. Was it was just like Iron Man 2. It just moved along way too fast. It was very frenetic. I was on one planet. I didn't get to know any characters long enough to care about them. They had Lando's daughter show up, but we had to find that out off screen, because that was cut out of the movie. Like, also, okay, so people are just having kids off screen. All right, that's fine. Everybody is somebody's father, right? Is that how Star Wars works?
And they all happen to just find each other.
Yeah, it's like we have Father's Day here in Earth, and then over there they have like, I am your Father's Day, where you just randomly tell someone you're their father, regardless of species or creed. This is the way. I am your father.
Yeah. I don't know.
I keep bringing it up. I shouldn't, because like we've already gone over this,
No, it's fine. We haven't really talked about Dave Filoni. I think he does a fine job. He's not doing a bad job. And him with Jon Favreau doing The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's good. It's really good.
It's
not my favorite thing in the Disney era.
Really? What's your favorite thing out of all of this?
Well, Last Jedi.
Oh, okay.
I probably even like Force Awakens more than The Mandalorian.
Oh, geez.
To be honest with you. And then it's probably Mandalorian. And then it's Rogue One. And then it's Solo. And then it's Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, because we're doing the Disney. Because if it was all a Star Wars, it would be Super Empire Strikes Back for the Super Nintendo. And then Just I've killed so many tauntauns.
Oh
You
no.
you can just hold your lightsaber and they'll just keep shooting at the lightsaber forever. Um, this is a great game. You got like force powers like freezing things. Lightsaber throw, you could like throw it forever. Well, you have a force meter. This is a very cool game.
Never had a Super Nintendo, so
Yeah, I know, because you're different
can't play
generation.
it. I had a
I'm kid-
Sega Genesis. Come on.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's why.
Yeah. Do you have the Epic or the where's it? Yeah, I think it's Epic store. They came out with a new Sonic the Hedgehog, like in the style of Sonic the Hedgehog for Genesis. So there's a new one that came out, and it was free for this month.
Oh.
If you are,
I was looking through, so I got like, I think I told you, I got this little controller that goes on my phone.
yeah,
And it came with an app, and like it had a list of compatible games or whatever. And it reminded me, like, I purchased Sonic the Hedgehog 4 on my Android years ago.
nice.
I was like, oh, I totally forgot about this because it was like I want to say it was a mobile game. So it was a sequel to Sonic 3, but it was like released in like 2011 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I re-downloaded it and I played it. I was like, oh, this is why I don't have it anymore. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh, okay. So there's
Yeah.
a reason it.
Yeah. And they split it. There's Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Part 1 and Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Part 2.
Okay, okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be playing Part 2.
So I just assumed that was for Dreamcast, or was it for Sega CD?
No, I think it was for Android.
Oh,
iPhone.
sorry. So the game I'm talking about is called Sega Mania.
Oh.
That came out.
Sega Mania.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Sonic Mania, my bad. So
Yeah, I had one of those on Xbox 360. And I had one on GameCube also.
yeah. I like Sonic Pinball. I was not good at it, but I really enjoyed it back in the day. Yeah.
Of course, I have these.
Oh boy. I wish they picked better games, but I guess they're good enough.
For Sega Genesis, the
Yeah.
Sega Genesis one games are... The Sonic games are good.
Yeah.
They
Balls.
got the Mickey Mouse ones too.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this.
Oh, yeah.
And this.
Wow, look at you. I just
I got them all.
I dusted mine off the other day. Thing is, the Nintendo Switch, it's there on the store.
Yeah, they're on... Yeah, I started playing Super Metroid and I played it on the Switch, not on that.
Yeah. But to be fair, that has other games on it that aren't on the... Like Super Castlevania.
I think the Contra games too.
Yeah, Super C.
Each one of those consoles have a Contra game. It's pretty cool. All three, the Sega one does too.
Yeah, Blood Core. Yeah, Contra Core, I think. Or Contra
Something like that.
Force? Something like that. I
I
don't
thought
know.
it was like hardcore.
Hardcore. That's... All right, let's not touch that one with a 50 football. You want to have some hardcore action?
Hardcore.
Hardcore. Sega Genesis is playing hard. I mean, Sega Genesis had their own Castlevania game called Bloodlines. Yeah, it's
Golden Axe games are on there.
yes, that is definitely a Sega Genesis staple.
Yeah.
Golden Axe 1 and 2. I heard 3 is not that good. They like changed the graphics or whatever.
You can get
Whoever's
it for
watching
$75 now.
Oh, the original. Yeah.
This one.
Oh, the console. Wow, it went up.
Because I think it's out of they're not making it anymore, right?
I guess not. Yeah, I you know what though? I would be surprised if the PlayStation
That one wasn't very popular.
didn't have any good games. It had like Jumping
There-
Flash.
It was like a lot of things were omitted. Was the huge problem.
Yeah,
Was like there were like no Spyro or Crash games on there, right?
yeah. Wipeout was on there. Battle Arena Toshinden 2. Like,
They had a Final Fantasy game on there too, right?
they had 7 on there. But to be fair, I feel like if you really love Final Fantasy 7 specifically, you played it every year. Like some people watch, It's a Wonderful Life every year.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a tradition. And that is not a short game. That is a long, grindy game. But whatever, you can do that. Yeah, I don't know. I like. We'll see what happens now that the Switch will be one of like 5 things I do over these 14-hour flights to North Carolina. So,
Oh, you're gonna get Wi-Fi on the plane?
no, I'm gonna play the NES game. Or do you need Wi-Fi to play?
Yeah, you need.
Oh,
get online.
You can't download them. Well, I'll be
No.
in an airport. That'll definitely have Wi-Fi there.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
think
it's free.
most planes you can get Wi-Fi, but it's expensive.
Okay.
The airport it would probably be free, but on the plane you have to pay for it generally.
Yeah.
They made an exception. The last flight I was on, they're like, you can use the Wi-Fi free for messaging. And I think video streaming through their service doesn't charge you Wi-Fi.
Okay. Okay.
You
I
just
mean,
pay for the movie.
yeah.
So I guess in essence, you are paying for the Wi-Fi. But
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really worried about that. I still have my actual regular cartridge games. So Breath of the Wild and
yeah, there you go.
Mario Kart and Street Fighter
Street Fighter.
and
They have a-
Smash Brothers.
there's a physical cart for Street Fighter.
It's a collection.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like all the Street Fighter 2s, Third Strike, I think.
That's cool.
Oh, alphas. All the alphas. 1 through 3.
Just got Mario Golf just came out on Friday, and like I played with my brother-in-law and his friend last night. We played 18 holes on one of the harder courses. Took us 2 hours.
Oh, so it's like regular golf.
Well,
Less drinking.
regular golf can take you like 5 hours.
Well, if you walk your clubs, but if you Super Mario rush to each hole and hit each other with your clubs, oh, and as long as no one's in front of you, because can I play through? No, okay. You're 90 years old, okay, and you want to walk the course. Awesome, great. Nope, this is my retirement. This is what I do now. Oh dear.
You're waiting for me and like it.
Yeah. No, I actually watched some of it on Twitch because I was curious at how it went. It's pretty neat that you have special moves, and yeah, if you really nail into it, the terrain you can do backspin, which is good. Because my other friend does play like golf and golf games, and I watched him play a little PGA, and that looks a little more difficult.
Oh, this more simulator type.
Yeah. It's very similar, but because there's like coins and bullshit, like I don't know, it's fun. It looks fun.
Yeah, like dinosaurs running across the course.
So it makes it mini golf. It turns into mini golf.
It's like mini golf, but like full size golf.
Yeah.
It's full size mini golf.
It's a giant theme park. It's like if Disneyland had holes in it that you could putt around on. Complete with tourists. Oh.
There's supposed to be more courses being added, but like they showed video of the courses, like on the trailer. I'm like, are these courses done? And you just like didn't put them in the game. Like,
shouldn't you
it's a
expect?
little weird.
Well, I mean, look at AAA games. None of them are finished when they do their beta, or they just release it like Fallout 76. They're just like, here it is. It's not done.
The last handheld version of Mario Golf had 10 courses at launch. This one had 6.
When was the last handheld Mario Golf? DS?
Mario Golf World Tour, something tour.
Was it 3DS?
Yeah, I think it was on the 3DS or the DS.
Isn't that the DS? Gee, that's like 20 years ago. That was like 2003. If it's on the DS.
3DS, yeah.
Yeah, definitely 3DS. I owned a DS, so.
I have a new 3DS. Bought 6 games for it.
Does it still do the thing with your eyeballs?
Hmm?
That's so cool.
I think it's awesome. I love it. I love playing in 3D. I think it's a lot of fun.
I just
Especially
remember
playing Star Fox.
Oh yeah.
You see like the across the screen like popping out at you. It's like, yeah, this is cool.
I'm gonna level with you. Nintendo has not been a part of my life for a long time. So since 360. So like 3DS, I just didn't know anyone that had one, and I never really played it. The Wii U, because I was living out here too. Like I was just preoccupied with, well, drinking and doing all that stuff and playing Halo instead of Nintendo. So the GameCube I owned, but I didn't really play it that much. And then after that, it's just a blur, And I only bought the DS for the novelty of Nintendogs because I thought it was amazing.
Man, I never really played many first party Nintendo games until like now.
Yeah,
I played Mario Kart and Smash Brothers. And Donkey Konga.
Oh, the conga drums?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Well, that's like it.
Mario Party, I like.
Never really played. I got Mario Party 10 for the Wii U. That was the first Mario Party I've ever played.
Smash Brothers, I was invited to other people's houses to play it. And of course, everyone that knows how to Smash really knows how to Super Smash. And I am...
Yes.
Just like in real life, folks, I do not Smash often. And I don't Smash with strangers often. And when you combine the two... Because like I'm a traditional fighting... Street Fighter 4.
Doesn't Ryu have like the same controls as he does in Street Fighter?
The thing is, in Street Fighter, is you're not avoiding pits. There's no random item to screw you over, like a glowing hammer. Or a Pokemon doesn't just show up. So, yeah.
Get hit with a Pokeball.
Yeah. Or they have a beam or something. Or Fox reflects your Hadokens at you. Just some dirty stuff. That's dirty fighting, Ken. That's the only way I know how. Yeah. Well, let's close Facebook because it doesn't want to work with me. I want to know who these people are that are watching us.
Business somebody.
Business Daddy.
Business Daddy. Business Daddy was on last week too.
Yeah.
Either as a fan or as a bot.
Yeah. This user hasn't chatted in the channel. Okay. Well, he's got a scary picture.
Really?
Oh wait.
How scary is it?
I don't know. Apparently he's live. Chat, but I'm probably not watching. I auto join lots of Twitch channels. I do this so that I can spread the word about smaller streamers. Well, that's nice. So
right,
which is very hard to deprogram, and like I get it. Like you don't want to, and I'm doing my very best not to. And that's
right. Yeah.
I'm actually making effort. That person though, sometimes I don't know. They were something else. Okay, anyways. I do not want to get into it, but
you're still live, right?
Yeah, we're still live. It doesn't matter. It's just that's the past. Though everything's opening up, yeah, Fast 9 opened up this weekend, $70 million.
How was the critical reception? Because like those few things I saw was not good.
With Fast and the Furious, it's exactly what it needs to be for the Fast and the Furious fans. That's how I always assume. But I'm sure critics are eviscerating it.
This is almost the first rotten Fast and the Furious movie since Fast 5. So it's 60% right now.
60% isn't that still fresh?
Just barely fresh. 59 is rotten.
Oh boy. Yeah,
it's probably gonna go down. It's probably not gonna go the other
way. What about the fans though, or the audiences?
84.
Yeah. There's a movie called Kevin Can Fuck Himself.
Yeah, I heard about that one. There's also another one I saw a preview for today. It looked really good. I forget what it's called.
I hope Skyfall.
I forget everything about it.
I hope Skyfall's really good. Oh wait, that's a streaming movie. My bad. I have seen Skyfall. I just don't remember.
Skyfall
It.
is James Bond movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the new one coming out is Die Another Day. Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
yeah. Die Another Day. Okay, here's the thing. I like the idea of the Purge. I've watched all the Purges, but I never think it's good enough to be in theaters. I think it's okay enough to be on streaming. Like,
I saw the first one, and I was like, okay, I get the point.
like I said, it's very whatever. But at the same time, it's not. What's the movie? Oh shoot, what's her name? The girl that plays the babysitter. It's Ready or Not. Have you seen that movie?
No,
It's actually really fun, and I recommend it.
not.
Ready or Not. It's a horror movie. This girl gets married, and then the family plays hide and go seek. And it's actually way better than I thought it was going to be.
2019.
Mm-hmm.
88% certified fresh.
Oh, okay. I didn't look at the score for it, but yeah. I mean, I remember it being received pretty well.
Yeah. Looks all right. Comedy horror is what it's labeled.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to horror movies, I'm super hesitant to watch them
Mm-hmm.
and very selective. So it's not like I won't watch them.
I got
I
you,
just-
dude.
I
You
just
watch
don't- I don't know.
you watch like artsy films, right?
A lot, yeah.
So I feel like The Witch, who made that movie? What directed it?
Oh, I've definitely heard of the movie.
It's with Anna Taylor-Joy as a little girl. Shoot, not Cohen. Who made The Witch?
Which
I know someone like pretty critically acclaimed made it.
2015, right?
Yeah.
Who directed it? Robert Eggers.
Yeah, Robert Eggers. He's like a decent director. Yeah, this is basically what people thought of witches if it was just all collected in one movie. And I thought it was really very interesting. And it's a period piece, and I think it's shot well enough. Midsummer. I know a lot of people, a lot of misogynists hate that movie, but I get it. It's creepy as all balls. Actually, it's pretty gory. I wouldn't recommend it for the faint of heart, but I liked it a lot. There's a lot of symbolism. It's definitely a horror movie with depth. And the Jordan Peele movies, I recommend to everybody.
I'm probably gonna watch. I haven't seen any of them, but everybody loves them, so like I have to watch them. That's what it's gonna take to get me to watch like a horror movie. It's like
Yeah.
they're so loved and so talked about, like so important that it's like, because like even like the classics like The Shining. Never watched Shining. Never watched Silence of the Lambs, even though I don't know if that's technically a horror movie, but it won Best Picture.
No, it's a thriller, and for sure. I mean, Anthony Hopkins, it really shows his kind of range.
There was one point in my life where I was like really into them, and I watched them a lot, but it was very short. So I shouldn't say I watched a lot of them. I was just willing to watch whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched Hostel. I watched the ass to mouth one. Human Centipede.
See, that's the
Watched
problem.
all the Paranormal Activities. I was
Well,
into it.
Yeah.
What ruined it for me was The Walking Dead, because I watched them, but I started to get like stressed out.
Yeah.
Like really stressed watching them.
It's very
I'm
exhausting
like-
to watch.
I don't like feeling this stressed out watching movies anymore.
Well,
So it just kind of stops.
The Walking Dead is a show,
Right.
and it's not kind to anybody,
Mhm.
living or dead. And that's the whole point, is it's kind of like a different type of torture porn
Mhm.
where these people are desperate. There's no I mean, I can't say that there's no like sunny day, amidst all the nightmare, because it's just a constant struggle for survival.
Mm-hmm.
And the smallest thing, I don't know. There's just not a lot of celebration either on that show. It's normally like any good news is immediately followed with unexpected death,
Yeah.
by a major cast person, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I love Alien. So I'm not saying I'm consistent or make any sense. I'm just saying.
Oh
this
no,
is just
dude.
how
No,
it is.
you're just like into what you're into at the time. I don't judge that. I'm the same way. Like Dimitri's always like, you got to watch the show, and I'm like, yeah, but I really am not in the mood for sitcoms right now. Like, I can tell you to watch Community till I'm blue in the face, but the realization is I don't want to ruin Community for you the way Invader Zim was ruined for me. Whereas, like, I wasn't in the mood. They made me watch it. I told them I was in the mood, and I didn't like it. Oh, and they also spoiled all the jokes before I watched the show. So when me and Dimitri are talking about it, it's like, oh, we're just throwing out spoilers of our favorite show. Hopefully Matt can tune it out, and if he decides
I don't
to
really
watch
remember any of it, so
good for you. Good. Sometimes I don't remember anything someone's talking about, but sometimes I'm like, damn it, if only they hadn't said that thing, while I'm watching it. I'm glad you watched Her, and I'm glad you liked it.
Oh yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix close-up shots I thought I wouldn't like, but they do this ASMR thing where the bristles of his mustache, like, I don't know, like every shot is really close up, and very intimate movie.
If a movie is nominated for Best Picture, I'll pretty much always be like willing to watch it at some point. So
I'm it's weird. I'm the guy that like watches it. Either someone is already watching it and I watch it, or I just know to watch it because I don't know, whatever reason. So like I didn't know it was nominated for Best Picture. I just liked
Her
the movie.
was yeah. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I pay attention to that stuff because I feel like it's like kind of like a snapshot. Like, these were movies that were important to this group of people, so kind of want to like understand what was going on at that time, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I wish
kind of revisiting what movies were like at that time and how they progressed.
I like that idea, except that the Academy is notoriously bad at like just picking the thing that they think should win, not the thing that actually is like, just, I don't know. I hate saying critically acclaimed, because that means critics who hate everything love this one thing. That's not what movies are made for.
Right.
They're, experiences.
Yeah. I think the way it was like somebody mentioned it on YouTube. I don't know, whatever. Their thing was like, critics, when they give something a bad review, it's not necessarily because the movie's bad. It's just because it's not like engaging, or
sure,
it's something that's they've seen hundreds of times already.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like romantic comedies get bad reviews because we've seen this story over and over and over and over again, right? It's like, it's not necessarily because they're not fun to watch. They could be fun. They got good chemistry. Like, that's what really makes a good romantic comedy, I think.
Yeah.
So, when things get good reviews, it's usually because they're fresh, new, exciting, or they say something, type of thing.
Or there's just a performance in there, like you had never seen before. So like Borat.
Yes.
That's just like something I'd not seen in a long time, because it is the fresh out of water format done in a documentary, pseudo documentary style, but it's technically not scripted, and it's a prank show. That's just so many things, and it's got a commentary on society at the end, just like with The Dictator, where he does this long rant about how things should be and shouldn't be, and it's just a bunch of criticisms on the failings and shortcomings of America's welfare and infrastructure of its citizens. And like, to
I have
do
to watch
that
one again.
Yeah, just watch that
It's been a
that
while.
that clip of that. You don't have to watch the whole thing because that one's more staged. Like everything is like a gag.
Yeah, that was scripted, right?
You know, Shaun of the Dead. I think I know it didn't win anything, but
I like that movie a
as
lot.
far as its appreciation for its music, the way that British comedy loves to string together seemingly unrelated segments of television, uh, in nature, you have to destroy the head, you know, or the brain, you know, like just that stuff. And then just like how well put together it was, you know, things that happen in the original, not like real world scene, and then it's revisited in the zombie apocalypse scene. And then even the plans and I don't know, the direction too, the camera work. Edgar Wright
Mhm.
was very good with just like imagery and making scenes swoosh and go faster.
All three of those movies are good.
Yeah.
I like all three of them.
Uh, Paul Thomas
Cornetto
Anderson?
trilogy is it called?
Cordetto. Yeah.
Cordetto.
Yeah. Cordetto. I mean, I like all three of them. Nope. I was gonna say which one I like the most, but I kind of can't, because people don't like At World's End that much. But I didn't hate it. I think
either.
it was kind of like a meta commentary on the Cordetto universe of going to the pub and switching things around. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. Anyways. We're still talking about Bad Batch here. Star Wars. Super. We don't hang out in real life that often, so
Yeah.
it's just once a week.
This is what we got, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. How good a movie does it have to be? Like if you give it like a grade where you would want someone to recommend it to you.
Oh.
Like what would be like
I don't know. I don't know. I would have to, because there have been like people recommended really good movies to me that I'm just like, probably will like it. Just don't feel like watching it right now, type of thing.
Yep.
So I think to get me to watch a movie that's recommended would be I have to see the preview, or I have to like get a sense of like what the tone is of the movie. So someone would have to really like sell the tone to me, and like, is it something I'm really into, type of thing. Not necessarily plot.
Yeah.
But if it's got like, kind of, if it's a science fiction movie, if it looks like Alien or Blade Runner, and it's well received, I'll probably watch it right now. If it's like a comedy or whatever, like, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say like how good a movie has to be. I will watch almost anything if I'm with somebody who wants to watch it.
Yeah.
So if like I'm with a friend or whatever and they want to watch the movie, they put it on, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
If I'm on my own, I would have to make sure it's something I'm going to enjoy and not feel like I'm wasting my time watching, type of thing.
So in Indiana, there was so little to do. Like if you're by yourself, and I would just go to the theater and watch random movies. And then I think we both talked about the Blockbuster Hollywood video era, where you just go in, just like, I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling like something, because there's just nothing to do. We don't have internet as good as we have it now to waste time. And
definitely not for watching movies. Like,
yeah,
pixelated and sound like it's coming out of a can.
Yeah. But like, I really enjoyed Molly's Game, and I didn't expect to like it. Or I had no expectation, because like I didn't know what it was when Dimitri like picked it out. So that was like a long time ago.
That's funny you say that movie, because my sister recommended that movie to me like 50 times for like 2 years.
Okay, I don't mind the boss bitch archetype, where strong, powerful woman knows what she wants. But Molly's game definitely has strong boss bitch energy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is fine because she's a total boss bitch, you know. But it it does kind of turn me off in the same way I don't like the Bourne movies, specifically the first Jason Bourne movie, where he's just like, I'm so fucking good at everything. I don't know why. I just woke up and I'm just like this. I can run 5 miles in the freezing cold before my hands begin to shake. Hey, buddy, stop bragging. Stop amnesia bragging. We get it. I was like, what? I don't know. Because then to me, that's just invincible hero archetype. Like John Wick, to be fair, the first one, I was like, uh-oh. Everybody's hyping up John Wick. What if he sucks? What if John Wick is not... What if the hype train is over? It's like, no. Nope.
Yeah, that movie. I've only seen the first one.
Okay.
And I just watched it like sort of recently within the last couple months.
Uh-huh.
I will watch the next two eventually, but I don't know, man. I just don't get it. I don't get why people love it so much. Seems like a very generic shoot 'em up movie to me type of thing.
It's definitely for people that appreciate the dance of action, choreographed action.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, there is basically no plot that really... Like, you can kind of... I mean, look, it's just like, welcome
it's a
to
stylized thing.
Well, welcome to Assassin City, where the cops do not interfere. Hey, oh, I didn't know it was you, Mr. Wick. Yeah, Dave, is it? Go home now. Yes, sir, absolutely. I have been the police. And then, this is Assassin City. Goodbye. I have a gold coin, and I can buy anything I want with it. Regardless of amount of gold coin, it's just worth a lot of gold coin. Will you take my gold coin? Yes, I will, for it's a very important coin in Assassin City. Common and I will have a shootout in a mall, crowded. Even though clay tiles will chip from our bullets and people might fall down, no one will panic because everyone's an assassin. Also, I'll kill this man with a pencil. It's like, yeah, nothing makes sense in that movie. It's a lot of hype. The first one kind of is just like concept. Is like, if you're in this world, then you're in this world. But just remember, if you're not Keanu Reeves or a puppy, then your life doesn't really matter that much. Or his dead loved one that he poured all his heart and soul into that puppy that they killed.
Mm-hmm.
But the second and the third one, they like amp up a lot of the stunts. And it just gets ridiculous, and it's super fun. And that's the only real reason to watch it, Seeing someone shoot a gun like this to check the sight.
I'm trying to think of other movies that are like stylized or whatever, style over
substance.
Yeah, substance. Thank you. Like Fast and the Furious, but like I feel like the Fast and Furious got really good characters.
The first
Especially
one,
after 5, right?
The first one's about family. And then the second one is
kind of
second one is about like being an undercover cop more than it is about Dom and the fam. Right?
Well, he's not an undercover cop anymore because he
right.
had to give it up because he let Dom go.
That's right.
But he is. I don't know, I've seen that one a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. The third one is Tokyo Drift. It's fish out of water, goes to Japan, races. A lot of people don't like it because it doesn't have the main characters, but it's actually pretty good.
I think that movie's awesome. I love that movie.
There's the scene where they jump over the bridge and the guy almost doesn't make it, but he lands. And I'd never seen this because I've been in a car accident. And he goes, ugh! And his car's all wrecked up and it's flipped. And it's like, that's right. That's what happens. That's a human moment.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the fourth one was the first bank heist. Because the very first one was DVD players and gasoline.
The fourth one is when they're like trying to get the drugs through the tunnels in Mexico, right?
I guess.
There's
I-
like a tunnel
uh-huh.
car chase in the tunnels.
So the plot from Trailer Park Boys, where the
I
toy
guess.
train.
And the
Okay.
fifth one is the one that got the vault. They're dragging the vault through
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah.
Sixth
Crashing
one's the
through
airport.
buildings. Yeah.
Then the seventh one is the skyscraper jump.
Ronda Rousey.
And the eighth one.
Han is
What
back.
was the big stunt in the eighth one? I don't remember. I only saw the eighth one once in theaters. I just remember it as like Dom's kid.
Oh yeah. And then Hobbs and Shaw, same universe.
No, never watched it.
I'm just letting you know what it is. That's a thing. It's The Rock, Jason Statham's sister, a deadly virus,
Uh-oh.
and then yeah, they have to find the antidote,
I don't
or
know why,
the world could end.
why didn't I go out and see this one? I don't know.
What, Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah, 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's not like
No,
it was super bad or anything that would have kept me away. I don't know why I didn't see it. I never saw it.
It's fine. It's a well-made film. Like I said, I have this criticism of The Rock, is that either you're watching a Rock movie where there's an actual like fun detail,
Mhm.
where The Rock is like an actual character, like Pain and Gain, where he's like legit stupid but still kind of a beast. Trying to think of another movie. Jumanji 2, where he's like a video game character, so he's trying to do the actor chop. And then there's movies where he's just like, I am here to talk about how advanced this building is, you know,
Mhm.
and he does like a diagnostic of something. This is the most expensive spy car ever made. Only 4 of them exist. It's our job to get it back. Or Doom. I don't know if you remember him in Doom.
Did not watch Doom.
It's horrible. Don't watch any Doom movies. They're all awful. You've
The
been warned.
Rundown. He was good in The Rundown, wasn't he?
Oh,
I remember that movie.
again, yeah, that's a great movie. What's his name?
Sean William Scott.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
For some reason, I thought it was Johnny Knoxville. Did he do one with Johnny Knoxville too?
I think Johnny Knoxville might have been in a movie with him. I don't know if he's like co-star though.
Walking Tall. That was the one.
Oh, right. Where he had the 2x4 and drove a truck. You threatened my family. I'm going to have to take out your casino. All I got is this 2x4 and this rolled up sleeve shirt.
Ooh, 26%.
Yeah, it's not great. It's okay though.
Kind of whatever. The Rock beating people up with 2x4.
Hmm?
What else could you want? I think the only thing that could top that would be The Rock beating somebody with a rock.
No.
Like a physical, like an actual
Nope.
literal rock.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope. That joke has been made so many
Oh,
times.
has it been?
Of course. Some version of it.
Okay.
It's
I guess
the Rock movie
pretty
starring
low hanging fruit.
Chris Rock and directed by Oliver Stone and just a bunch of Flintstone puns.
Overstone. Oh shit.
Sean
That's pretty
Connery, who's also starring in The Rock, but without The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah. Sean Combs is debuting his signature vodka, Ciroc, in The Rock. Directed by Oliver Stone.
I was wondering we were going with that one.
It's his eye, Ciroc. Yeah.
Original score by the Rolling Stones.
Boom.
There you go.
There you go. See? It's just a bunch of a bunch of Flintstone puns just repurposed. Hey, Bon, I was trying to get my rocks off. Bet he just stood there and let me watch. All right. Horrible Family Guy callback, but I still quote it. I don't know why. It's just in there in my brain, burning a hole. All right.
Also starring John Slatery.
Slatery, Slat.
Isn't Slate a rock?
No, shale, slate. I mean, slate is a rock. It's just slattery. Walter Granite. No, Cronkite. That's really hard.
Cronkite. Granite.
Granite. That's terrible.
Walter Granite.
Nope. We're done. This is. How do people do this for 8 hours? Just constantly
I don't
talk.
know.
How do people watch for 8 hours? Man, I mean, look, I can't fill this pool, this hot tub, anymore. You know.
Speaking of which, we probably should. Bring it home. What do you think?
Okay. Take me home, country road, to a place I belong.
Okay. Was it West Virginia? Is that the next?
East
line?
Virginia. There's only Virginia and West Virginia, but there's no North
West
or South.
Virginia.
West Virginia. That would
North Virginia.
be. Yeah.
Inland
Southwest
Virginia.
Virginia. Pop. All right. Oh, and people out there, everybody just leave Brittany alone. Just leave her alone. No, I'm kidding. That news was devastating. I kind of knew,
it's really sad.
but I didn't know to that extent. So,
What about she's not allowed to remove her IUD? Is that what you're talking about?
oh, you mean that's the only thing that happened? I mean,
I know there's like a bunch of stuff. There's documentary, right? It's been going on for a couple months. People have been talking about it. I'm just talking about that was like the most recent thing, right?
well, she talked about the entire what's it called, conservatorship.
Mm-hmm.
That her dad basically doesn't talk to her unless it's about money. Like, that to me, I mean, yes, the IUD is horrific. You're not in charge of your own body as an adult, but just anything, like her entire life is just governed by her income.
Doesn't she like have to pay? She
has to
her
pay.
dad sued her
Yes, and she had to pay for his lawyers.
and had to pay for his lawyers.
Yeah,
And
she didn't get to
has
choose.
pay him like $12,000 a year or a month or something like that.
Something fucking ridiculous.
Something
yeah.
outrageous like that.
Yeah. It's like so freaking gross. Like, there needs to be some sort of law to prevent this in the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe it goes into a trust or something. But, like, geez, dude. Yeah. I had no idea it was that bad. And how it's somehow legal in America that can happen.
I mean, it all comes down to like
Contracts.
get famous really young.
Yeah.
The people you trust the most are your parents.
Yep.
It takes it's very difficult to convince somebody that like their parents are screwing them over, type of thing.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yep. I'm so glad I can bring bad news to light. So that's my job. You're welcome. Sleep with that, or sleep with
Thank
the
you.
ghost of John McAfee. Drinking scotch. I will share this video with Matt, but it's out there on the internets. He didn't kill himself. All right.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later. Or
All right.